The WZ-113 is a Tier 10 Chinese tech tree heavy tank. It's a vehicle that for many years has been known for one thing, and that is a truly amazing gun, dealing 3,440 potential damage in a single minute. Yeah, I mean, this is the same DPM as your average Tier 10 medium, mounted on a heavy that also has a top speed of 50 kilometers per hour. However, we are currently in the open test where it's been changed in a way that I would suggest right now, if you do not own the vehicle, you should instantly start grinding to get. Its top speed is going from 50 to 45, but it seems like all the mobile heavies that went 50 are now going 45. That's the same for the IS-7. It's also the same for the WZ-111 5A and the 113. But in return of it losing a bit of top speed, it is gaining 8 degrees of traverse speed to 37.42. To show how much of an insane difference the traverse speed gets, we're going to go into a training room here and I'm going to show you, and then we'll compare it to what the normal 113 is in update 9.0, which we're all currently playing in. So this is the 113's traverse speed. I mean, this is insane. It's actually dumb. Not to mention, it's not losing any DPM. The only downsides of the tank is that it's losing 5 kilometers per hour in top speed, and it's losing, I think, 0.09 dispersion, which is still going to be 0.326 dispersion. Fairly accurate. Like, the traverse speed of this thing is more like a medium now. I can tell you 100% the WZ-113 will be a comp tank, and it will be one of the most used heavies, I honestly think, in update 9.1. I mean, why wouldn't you use this? You have the most DPM in Tier 10 for a heavy, you still have some of the most mobility for a Tier 10, especially with your traverse speed as a heavy now, and I also should mention that it's gaining 15 millimeters of side armor, which means it's going to be even better at side scraping. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Wargaming basically said, oh look, the only thing making this vehicle balanced. Let's give it that. Oh, and give it more armor. Ha ha ha, we're big brain. So, I'm going to close my current Blitz, and now we are on update 9.0, which is what we're all currently playing in. Wait until you see how much slower the traverse speed of the 113 is in our current patch. Look at how much slower it is. I mean, this is so much slower. We're still turning, and there you go. We've made it 180. Still turning, still turning. I mean, it's not even comparable how much slower the 113 is on its traverse speed. It's awful. And when you're up to full speed going 50 or 45 next update, let's compare its turning arc. So here we go up to 40. Let's say we want to turn around this corner here fairly quickly. Turn. I mean, look how much slower it is. It's not even comparable. I can't even get around this corner barely. It's quite a bit worse. So, as I said, the only nerfs is 5 kilometers per hour and its dispersion by a tiny amount. It's going from, let's see what it's currently sitting at. It's currently sitting at 0.317 and it's going to 0.326. Really not a nerf. The 113 in my eyes is going to become the best heavy, one of the best heavies in Tier 10, with the IS-7 losing 5 kilometers per hour for its top speed and really not gaining anything else, and with the 5A as well losing a bit of its top speed. Let's be real, this is basically the fastest heavy in Tier 10 now. And not only that, I mean, it's going to have the best gun, it's still going to have its ridiculous heat pen, and it's just dumb. I mean, I'm quite speechless. Wargaming, if you're watching this, yeah, that's all I really gotta say. Alright, well here we are in a battle. What do we have on the enemy team? They got an AIM-X50B, an M6Yo, an IS-7, and a T-57 Heavy. That makes 4 heavy tanks. They also got a T-22 Medium and an Object 140 Plus, a Boss Chatillon 25 ton. Alright, well, I'm hoping that our team goes towards Base B, as that's how you should always push when you are on Mayan Ruins. You can see here, though, the nice top speed of this vehicle is pretty good. Unfortunately, your traverse speed is so bad, to actually turn around a corner, you lose a lot of speed. That's not going to happen next update. You can easily traverse and then get right back up to your top speed. So right now, we're not even reaching 50. We're going 42, 40. I really don't think it's going to be a nerf at all on its top speed. So we got to figure out what we're going to do right now. The 50B, it looks like this guy might cross, and if he does, then a boop. There you go. Nice shot right to the side of his vehicle. Now, we do get bounced by the T-22 medium. I was going to say penned, but that was just a bad shot from him at that point. Let's aim at a shell onto the roof of that Object 140, and, I mean, this bat chat's just doing a great job holding him off here, so I can load an HE, tap him in the roof for the beautiful 69 damage, and finish him off. Wow, the enemy team just completely evaporated. I didn't think they would die this quickly. All right, well, we got, I'm not going to say that guy's name. It is a joke, and I actually do think the joke's kind of funny, but I'm still not going to say his name. All right, let's squeeze past here. We got the T-22 medium off the side. I'm actually really surprised we were able to make it through that, and, well, we couldn't get the clear. But that is all fine. You can definitely see what the 113 is just great at. Getting in the position, and then using its almighty powerful DPM to absolutely ravage the enemy hit point pools. Now we're only up to 1,300 in this instance because, yeah, I mean, we really weren't able to do much. Their team died in the quickest amount of time I've seen a team die in a very long time. We do have the Yo off to the side, and we got one nice shell in. Bounced his second shell on me, which is great for me. And there we go, he pinned the third. But, I mean, at this point now, we are just constantly out-DPMing this Yo. Did get high-rolled by that enemy IS-7, but that's fine with me. Again, we just completely out-DPM this Yo. So that's another 465 tap right there into his vehicle. We do have the 57 Heavy off to my side, which actually I'm going to get a shell into. I think that would be a smart decision. This Yo is also over here. Hopefully, yeah, I don't think that 57 has any more shells. And the Yo will get a nice tap into as well for 167. So in this engagement, we've already been able to farm over 3k damage. I mean, just think about that. We were at 1,300 before we saw the 57 and the other heavies. Now we are at over 3,000 damage dealt. Another shell into the IS-7's lower plate right there as well. I mean, this is just ridiculous. It showcases just what a beast the WZ-113 is and can be at doing its job. So now imagine that I'm more mobile. I have the ability to get in the position faster. I have the ability to turn faster. That means that I can just do so much more. Again, I cannot fathom how much, and I cannot say how much, that the only weakness of this vehicle is that it turns like the Titanic. Every time I make a video on this tank, every time I've made a stream on it, basically the only thing I ever say about the vehicle is that it can't turn. That is the real killer of the WZ. But now that it can turn, I mean, why not take away a bit of its DPM? Why not? I don't know. I really don't know. But, yeah, the WZ-113, either way, is going to be one of the most ridiculous Tier 10 heavies in the game. As I said in the beginning of this video, I would highly suggest that you start grinding this vehicle now, because you don't want to miss your opportunity to play this thing. I feel like it might be nerfed in the future, but either way, this will definitely be a competitive tank with its mobility buffed. This will definitely be a vehicle to be scared of on the battlefield with its additional armor as well, plus the DPM. I'm scared. I am honestly scared to fight these things on the battlefield in the next update. Now, there's other tanks as well that are getting really big buffs, like the FE4005 is getting its 1600 damage clip and everything else, but this, alongside the Badger, is definitely two of the biggest buffs that I can think of. The difference is that the Badger actually needed a buff, in my opinion. Its DPM should be 4,000. I think the Badger should be a bit more mobile. Compared to the 113, I really don't feel like this tank needed much of a change, but I guess Wargaming disagreed. So let me know what you guys think about the changes in the comments down below if you agree or disagree. But either way, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!